Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. I got a bunch of DC updates for you today, but before I get into that, I have to thank my newest members of the Ping Pong Flix Show. Thank you so much to Morbius Wright and Philip Moore for joining the Ping Pong Flix Show family. I literally have like one more member to go, and then I can finally give out that Man of Steel tin can. I can't wait to do that, but thank you so much for joining the Ping Pong Flix Show family. You guys and girls are pretty much the lifeline of the show. But on with the show. The first topic of the day is King Shark in Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. Now, the Suicide Squad killed the Justice League, at Twitter account actually has been presenting a lot of stuff. I kind of missed a bunch of them, but this is a new look at King Shark. Here he is. Where is Waller? Tell her I do not belong here. Bell Reeves specimen 001094. King Shark approved TFX candidate. Now, and it looks fantastic for a video game. And I can't wait to actually play this. Probably more than Gotham Knights. And the reason why I say that is that Gotham Knights is Batman centric, right? And you guys know about me being, more of a fan of Mr. Superman here, and we don't really get to have a lot of Superman within a DC game. Yeah, sure, there's that mobile game, there's the DC Universe online game, there's also Injustice 1 and 2. Okay, all right, but it not in a story narrative and possibly cooperative mode. I don't know if you'll get to play him. I doubt it, but you'll get to see him. He's in the story in Kill the Justice League. Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. You can actually see him wreak havoc, I think, in that. You'll see how dangerous he is when he's being mind-controlled by Brainiac. So that's why I think, to me, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League is probably a lot more intriguing to me in the sense of the gameplay here. I don't know if we're going to get a tease of it anymore. I don't see a panel for it at Brazil CCXP World this coming weekend. But hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers that there will be a little bit more tease of that. Granted, it's still far away. It's like another year, like in 2022, where we actually get to see it. But, it'd be great to see some stuff, maybe, just a little bit of tease, just a little bit would be kind of nice. Well, at least a little bit of what their beta gameplay would look like in any case. But there is something else coming at CCXP World, and that is Batwoman. Apparently, Batwoman will be at the Brazil CCXP World, as being reported by Batwoman Brazil. Batwoman will be in CCXP World's actress Javicia Leslie will take fans on a tour behind the scenes of the series in the event that will take place online from December 4th to 6th. Oh, okay, there's couple of days for that. I didn't know that. So that's what it says right here, 4 to the 6th, and I think that's how you translate that, a journey of hope. So Javicia Leslie will be there taking a tour of the set behind the scenes of the series. So if you are a fan of Batwoman and want to take a sneak peek at behind the scenes for season 2 of Batwoman with the new Batwoman, then this will probably be your best bet to check that out. And I'll try to see where I can fit it into my schedule to try to do some coverage on that or my reaction to that as well. So Batwoman at CCXP Worlds. All right, there's another CW series that has unfortunately ended, right? And that's Arrow, right? The Arrow series has ended, but there's one character that kind of left us hanging at the series finale. And what I mean is David Ramsey, who plays John Diggle in the Arrowverse, right? So there's a headline today coming from Deadline, actually. It says David Ramsey to direct return as John Diggle and mystery character in the CW's Arrowverse. See a lot of green in the background? Exclusive. David Ramsey, a.k.a. John Diggle, will be busy both behind and in front of the camera for the CW. Ramsey, who most recently starred in Arrow as John Diggle / Spartan, will return to direct 5 episodes in the DC universe, including the new series Superman and Lois and Supergirl. Additionally, Ramsey will guest star in 5 episodes across the Arrowverse, returning as fan favorite John Diggle in Superman and Lois, Supergirl, The Flash, and Batwoman, along with a mystery role in DC's Legends of Tomorrow that is being kept under wraps. Ramsey made his directorial debut on Arrow in 2018 and directed a second episode during the series' final season. In the series finale of Arrow, Ramsey's John Diggle moved to Metropolis after finding an emerald ring, presumably the power ring worn by Green Lantern in the pages of DC Comics. There has been speculation that Diggle might return at some point as the Green Lantern, so stay tuned. This is what he had to say. I remain in all of the imprint these shows have had on television. I've been blessed for the better part of a decade to be part of them, both in front and of behind the camera. To say I'm excited beyond belief to return to the Berlanti verse would be an understatement. I can't wait to continue telling these stories. So now I'm looking at that. I'm wondering the 5 episodes across. I'm wondering if that's like a crossover event, just and culminating into DC's Legend of Tomorrow, will he finally be Green Lantern, right? And you're like, wait, what's going on? If you haven't caught up, and I haven't really caught up, in fact, I've watched episodes here and there in Arrowverse just to catch up with certain of these characters, and John Diggle is one of them because he certainly intrigued me. That the possibility that he could actually be, I guess, John Diggle Stewart, right? And what I mean by that is that there were several hints, right? The first one was, I think it was in the Flash episode Elseworlds, where the Flash, and that, I forgot what world that was, but said that John Diggle is actually, a Green Lantern in that world. Another hint, and probably one of the bigger ones, aside from the actual thing at the end of the series finale, was that we introduced, in one of the episodes, Spartan, we get introduced to Ernie Hudson, who plays a certain individual, a general by the name of Roy Stewart, and revealed in the episode that he is the stepfather to John Diggle. Stewart, Marine, stepfather, John Diggle. He could, at a point, could just say, you know what? Name me John Stewart, instead of Diggle or something, or John Diggle Stewart, John D. Stewart. We could essentially have that. And also, if you remember, of course, the series finale where this meteor just comes down, he opens up a box, it's just a green glowing light. Now, I don't remember him saying it's Emerald Ring, so it's interesting that Deadline put that in there. But it is a significant green light, and everybody at that point, we're kind of all figured, that's Green Lantern, right? The mystery character it's got to be Green Lantern. I'm sorry. I mean, you pretty much hinted so many times that this will be our first live action look at, we've already seen it if he is John Stewart. This is John Stewart. John D. Stewart, maybe? John Diggle Stewart? John Stewart Diggle? I don't know how you're going to say that. But essentially, he would be Green Lantern. Will this connect to the Berlanti versus own Green Lantern series on HBO Max? I don't know. I think it sounds like it's almost separate because it kind of created that world, it created a different universe after Crisis on Infinite Earths. So that Green Lantern universe could be totally separate, and it does follow. It doesn't follow John Stewart, right? It follows other Green Lanterns, and not the main Hal Jordan, Kyle Rayner, and John Stewart. So it could definitely be something else altogether. But we'll have to wait and see. It's still Greg Berlanti, so there is a lot of It gives me great pause thinking that maybe it could actually be connected to the Green Lantern series on HBO Max. But if not, I think the Arrowverse could use another Green Lantern. I mean, there's going to be multiple ways that they could extend the Arrowverse in that essence, since Supergirl is ending. Arrow is done. Flash, I don't know how long Flash can go on. I don't know how long Legends of Tomorrow can go on. They're on season 2 of Batwoman, and Superman Lois is the new one. Are they going to try to get, because we don't have John Stewart in the Green Lantern HBO Max series, at least they've said that there's characters on HBO Max series, and none of them are Hal Jordan, Kyle Rayner, and John Stewart. Are we going to possibly come off of the reveal at DC's Legends of Tomorrow, have a John Stewart Green Lantern CW Berlanti series in itself, branching off from this? We'll have to wait and find out. But it is interesting that they're coming back to it. They're not there. It doesn't sound like they're going to leave it out, leave it out and not even get back to it. So for fans of John Diggle and wanting to see if he's Green Lantern, this could be it. he could finally be revealed on DC's Legend tomorrow as that mystery character. And I think they want to see how that works out and how fans react to that. Possibly, maybe get his own series or something like that. We'll have to wait and see about that. Now, let's talk about the movies now. This is a story that I talked about, and I think you remember, Lynda Carter reprising her role as Wonder Woman in The Flash, but this time it could possibly be confirmed. Now, the original video that you can go and watch up there, the link is right up there in the top right corner, is when the Vulcan Reporter had put this article out days ago, right? November 26, right? 4 to 5 days ago. Lynda Carter talks to reprise Wonder Woman role in the Flash movie. And this was written by Omri Kea, who I actually I like him because it's a very legitimate person who has sources. All the Titan stuff is correct. All the Titan scoops that this person gets is correct. It's on point, and he certainly has connections. So that's why when I saw this, I was kind of confused at the same time, but I reported on it because the Vulcan Reporter is a pretty good site, is a pretty good reporting, and they actually have things that turn out to be confirmed and true in terms of Titans and other things like that. But so having him say about the Flash movie was really interesting. But today, Geekosity actually put out an article today. Lynda Carter to return as Wonder Woman in the Flash film, right? That's Geekosity, that's Mikey Sutton. But within the article, it actually says the source comes from the Vulcan Reporter. So he's definitely writing this report based on what was written in the Vulcan Reporter. So he's definitely putting that out. It's not exclusive to Geekosity. It is a report, just like how I reported off the Vulcan as well. But now AT&T actually today just decided to put this GIF up of Holy Multiversity AT&T. I don't know why it's hanging up there, but that's Lynda Carter, right? Lynda Carter turning into Wonder Woman, clapping hands right under the Geekosity one. Now, I don't know if they never saw the Vulcan one, decide not to put it under here, or because this is the part where it's in talks to reprise, and today is, in a way, confirmed to reprise, and that's why they're able to interact with that. Now, AT&T has lately, since the Snyder Cut was released, and maybe a little bit before that, have been very interactive with the fans. But having them point out a couple sites with certain things that rumors or reports of this certain things are happening and interacting with them is interesting. I think that is, I don't know if that's actual confirmation. It's just an intern thinking that's probably pretty excited, but their marketing, the way they market and how they're interacting, it seems to be on point. It seems to be calculated, and I know a lot of people would say, well, this may just be something that they want to throw out there just to see what the conversation is. That could be true, but I want to say there's something to that in the way that they actually interact with that rather than on everything else, right? So I'm wondering if this is true. And like I said, it's very possible. I mean, it's very possible for Lynda Carter, and I want to point back to this because Vulcan Reporter is actually the one that reported. I want to give credit where credit's due, but I want to say, hey, if that's the case, I think that is very possible. Lynda Carter has been on the CW Supergirl as the president, so it's not like she's coming off from retirement from a long time ago. No, she's actively cameos in this, and I think she will actually be cameoed in Wonder Woman 1984 as well. So, and she looks like she's in good shape. If you've seen Supergirl, she looks like she's in good shape. I don't know if she'll wear the original Wonder Woman costume, maybe an updated version of it. Like I think Michael Keaton's Batman will probably have an updated version of it. But man, that's pretty exciting because they are having Michael Keaton 89 Batman in the Flash, or at least still in talks. I don't know if it's actually been 100% confirmed or not, but he confirmed that they were in talks for it, and if the deal is done, then he's going to be in it. During that time, when we didn't have any Wonder Woman or any other Superman, it was basically just 89 Batman. We were thinking, Christopher Reeve Superman, and Lynda Carter's Wonder Woman will be great together and have their own little, Trinity team up, right? Of course, that didn't happen, but maybe in a way this could happen now. Which brings you to think, well, Christopher Reeve's gone. So, that's not possible unless they digitally add him in, just like Rogue One, Tarkin, he comes back in a digital form, right? That could happen, but or they could just kind of use Brandon Routh, right? He may not be the Kingdom Come one, but he could actually just suit up as the Christopher Reeve version. He was pretty much the Christopher Reeve version of Superman in Superman Returns, so he could definitely do that as well. Although with the age look, you'll probably have to age up, kind of looking like more of the Kingdom Come version in order to kind of match that. But again, Tim Burton's Superman would have been Nicolas Cage, not Michael Keaton. So, but in any case, these possibilities are very much able to happen. Small cameo roles, little things that he just flashes, comes in, sees her do something real quick, and say, nope, wrong universe, goes out, it's really quickly. And that way it's just to give that little nostalgia nuggets. And I think that could be pretty damn exciting, to be quite honest. Being fans of the original and of the new versions of these characters, right? Since we're talking about Wonder Woman 1984, it's a Wonder Woman 1984 month. So that's why in my background, Wonder Woman 1984, it's coming out this month. Really exciting. Finally, we've been waiting over a year for this movie, and it's finally coming out. Finally, right? And hopefully for you guys, I know some countries don't have access to HBO Max, or the theaters aren't open, and I feel really bad about that. But hopefully they can work something out and get it to you before Christmas in any case, or something happens. But Patty Jenkins put out this, excited to announce that Wonder Woman 1984 will be the first film on HBO Max available in 4K. Ultra HD, HDR10, Dolby Vision, and Adobe I don't know how you say it, Atmos. Can't wait. In theaters on December 25th and exclusively streaming in the US on HBO Max. Please find the biggest and highest quality screen you can. I agree. If you can go to theaters, watch in the theaters. If you don't have theaters open, like me, watch it at home safely in your biggest possible screen. And it should be an exciting time. It's Wonder Month. But damn, this is going to be the first film on HBO Max to be in 4K Ultra HD. That's awesome. That's awesome. Like Roku would be kind of done right now, and that's just hurry up and get this HBO Max going, right? And I'm wondering if they're slowly trying to scramble to get it together. But it's going to be on Amazon Fire, because HBO Max app is now available on Amazon Fire, and you will definitely get to watch it in 4K Ultra HD. Wow. This is the start of it, and maybe as we get going, there'll be more titles that will be available in that quality as well, including Zack Snyder's Justice League, right? And I think they're just testing it out and seeing the reaction to it. It's going to be positive. It's going to be great, and I can't wait to actually watch this in 4K on my big screen. I'm going to turn off the lights. It's going to be awesome with the sound effects. I'm going to tell all my kids, please be quiet or go to your room if you don't want to see Wonder Woman. I'm ready to see Wonder Woman 1984 and on the biggest screen possible in my living room. But Luis Fernando also shared this. I'm sorry, but Japan always delivers. This new Japanese poster for Wonder Woman 1984 is just the prettiest ever seen, I think. The colors, the art, Diana's attitude, everything. They are doing a good promo job over there for Wonder Woman 1984. It will be exciting to follow its box office in 2 weeks. And Luis Fernando, really good at box office numbers and things like that. And I follow him. You guys should follow him as well. But this is an awesome poster. Wonder Woman 1984. This is an awesome poster. Japan makes some awesome posters. There was a Birds of Prey poster that I picked up and at the Japan theater when I was in Japan. It looks awesome. It looked really good. All their posters, all their marketing, it's just really just it's just vibrant. It's just a lot of splash, a lot of pizzazz. It looks spectacular. Japan is incredible in that, in almost everything they do. Their food, their movies, their shows, their everything, their cities. Oh my God. If you guys ever get a chance to go to Japan, please do yourself a favor and go to Japan. In fact, like I've been there for almost a month and I just want to stay, right? I told my wife, when we ever, are financially free and retire or something, let's just go to Japan 6 months out of the year or however how much before we lose our right before we lose our citizenship, and we just live there for like half of the year because it's just that awesome. And I can't wait to go back. But it just reminds me of the awesomeness that is Japan. Even their trailers are really, give you hyped. And this is one of those, like, awesome stuff. So really hyped now. I've already been hyped, and I'm more hyped now that we know that it's truly coming out this month, December 25th. I can't wait to see this. And Gal Gadot also kind of hinted that as well. The calm before the storm, as she lays on her couch watching us scream and our heads off and hyped as hell for this movie. And I think it's going to be exciting as well. And I'm wondering, like, what else could go? I mean, this is Christmas. It'll be pretty awesome if right before, I don't know this, but people keep saying like, oh, what if that happened? That would be a great, awesome marketing move to have like Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer, another trailer right before Wonder Woman 1984. Hey, even announce like David Ayer's Suicide Squad in front of that as well. All eyes are on HBO Max when Wonder Woman 1984 comes out. This will be the perfect opportunity to slam dunk that marketing into anything DC you can get your hands on and slap it on that Wonder Woman 1984 movie, and I think it will that would be pretty fantastic. So we'll have to wait and see, but it's December, guys and girls. Wonder Woman month indeed. All right, now, let's get to the members' comments and questions. Like you said, if you want me to read your question or comment on this show, you just have to join down below and put a comment in this video or a prior video that I haven't liked yet, and I'll pull it up and we'll read it and I'll comment on it together. All right, so the first comment of the day, and I'm going to zoom this in so you can see here, Lee Fusion Robinson, Anna Taylor-Joy for Supergirl. Yes, indeed. And I just watched David Film Junkie show, and he kind of agrees with the whole Supergirl fan cast, and I think yes, definitely she could definitely work out as Supergirl. David Feldman, we was able to get Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League, so if we just keep supporting, there will be no doubt that Zack will be able to finish a series of Justice League on HBO Max. I agree. We did it once before. The hard part is over. Getting that first one out, I think with the support and everybody watching it and the studio and everything, I think we could definitely get more Justice League for sure. So you just got to keep at it and definitely watch it when it comes out. And hopefully it comes out around the world by the time that happens. Brandon Hayes. Interesting article by Hollywood Reporter. I think it's a given that Snyder Cut will lead to JL 2 and 3 on HBO Max. But here's a legit question. Since so much time has passed since Justice League was filmed and all these other films have been released, will Zack need to adjust his story plan to account in the fact that many years have passed since he last filmed with the actors? I mean, he even states that the DCEU goes off in another direction in my cut of Justice League. I mean, it doesn't really matter what the hair and makeup people do with the actors, what kind of shape they get in. They all have aged a little since we last saw the characters under Zack Snyder. Most of what Zack has planned has been public knowledge for a long time. Originally, JL Part 1 was supposed to end in a way where Batman and Aquaman walk off into their solo movies in a specific way. A Cyborg movie was supposed to happen along with Flashpoint adaptation and Wonder Woman 1984, and then they all reunite for Justice League Part 2 later on. So obviously none of what Zack had mapped out actually happened, and we got 3 action comedy movies and a one-off dark Joker movie. All that creates both continuity issues and time gaps that will likely be very confusing to the casual viewer who isn't a comic book movie geek who understands it all. So if Zack is truly back after the Snyder Cut hits, Surely he'll need to move and shift some things around story-wise, but keep other elements in. Warner Brothers, I think, outright say on their HBO Max platform that there is a Snyderverse and actually call it that, and mention how his Snyderverse timeline continuity is separate from the Aquaman film, Birds of Prey, and Shazam, because if I was a 13-year-old and I saw Shazam and Aquaman and Justice League and Suicide Squad, Studio Squad, the whole Snyder Cut, and the Multiverse Flash concept would just confuse me more. So let's go back to your first part. Now, the time passed. I don't think that's a problem. I think the Marvel Universe essentially showed they had 10 years worth, and no one really said, you know what, that Iron Man looks different from the first Iron Man. He looks a little older. There's no really problem. This is Hollywood. They can definitely do things. And who's to say Justice League Part 2 doesn't take place 5 years later than Justice League Part 1, which is about the same time that time has passed between the making of each movie. So I have to go with that. Like I said, and I keep telling you before, Zack doesn't care what happens in the theaters. He's making his own Snyderverse. It does not, essentially, in his mind, he's not going in to try to connect it to anything that has come out so far. He is just going to do his original arc, if his original vision. He's completing his original vision, and that's all he cares about at this point. So we can go ahead and say that he's making his movies for himself. He's making his movies for his, for us, the fans, right? Not the mass media. This is what we truly, and he's doing it with the, AFSP in mind. So obviously, he's less likely to care if there's any continuity issues from his movie connected to Shazam or Aquaman. Like he said, he's only caring about Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Justice League 1, 2, and 3, if there goes that far. That is it. So I'm going to have to stop you there. I know you may be confused, and some people are confused, but there's a lot of people that aren't and could care less. But, that is just your own preference and things like that. I'm just telling you, doesn't matter what you think or I think or everyone else think, Zack's going to do it this way, and that is that. So that's all I can say about that. And it looks like you have a lot of replies on here. I'm not going to read through that. But Bowl of Indomie, Chris, don't give me a heart attack. I thought Ezra's flash got paused. I'm so sorry. I just realized when I saw that comment right before I read this, I just realized that I forgot to put CW's The Flash was paused. And it's just a little, thing because you're right. The Flash movie hasn't actually been named yet. I don't think they've actually had an official title for the Flash movie, and it's just The Flash. And I realize when I'm watching the Flash series, so I call it The Flash as well. But yeah, you're right. It's I'm sorry. No, it's The Flash. A series is on pause. So I forgot to heart that one. But I think that's it. That is it for today. I want to thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you absolutely love this daily dose of DC content in movies, shows, and video games, please click the like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, keep this hot dog light on, get a t-shirt down in Teespring down below, especially in the Wonder Month, and I'll see you next time.